why, as we go along this journey, we recognize people that help kind of create this. And Miss Beyonda is on our call. If you've never seen her, she's on our call when we introduce New York. Miss Beyonda is always on our call. She's very complimentary of you guys, complimentary of the process, complimentary of PMN and IMN. When we told her we would come to Columbia University, she took it out of her schedule. In addition to planning for the community day that we have, she said, I want to come up. I want to talk to you guys. I want to be there. She thought we were going to do a college tour. I let her know we were just going to go in, go out. But she wanted to be here. I think it's important that we recognize people who are selfless in this process. She didn't have to. So we definitely want to recognize her for coming. We appreciate you for coming and helping us set this up. Thank you very much.
Give her another hand. Yes, y'all.
It is also our goal to leverage this trip as much as possible. So with the Philly Mentor Network, the Indy Mentor Network, this doesn't stop here. You know, we have to connect with some funders. Again, we continue to talk about how much money we raise, how we raise the money. We shouldn't have to do that. We should be able to focus on the work. There's so much money floating around out there that would benefit you guys if someone would just fund our trips. Then what we can focus on is getting you really prepared for the trip as opposed to focusing on the fundraising. So we can establish a curriculum around these trips and not only do them once a year. We can do them quarterly and we can go across the country with this, with the collaborations. There's not a lot of collaborations like this going on across the country, guys. Not a lot at all. You're talking tri-state, multi-state organizations coming together to take a trip like this. So Ms. Beyonda is one of the people that is trying to connect us with that funding. She's doing some amazing things here in New York City. So she is one of the pieces, one of the connectors that we want to bring together. So next year when it's time to take this trip, and we're going to Washington, D.C., and we're going to California, then we're going to Disney World, like we want to make this a quarterly type of situation. And then we want to even start an exchange program. We want to get to the point where we're able to send kids from Indianapolis to Philly for 2 weeks, almost like a camp. And then send those kids to New York, and then they send kids from their environment to Indiana. We can do that. And this is the start of it. We're doing it right now. We're just taking buses across the country. We want to be able to fly you guys across. We want to make it a lot easier. So this is all a part of it. You guys are a part of it. Now, why are we here at Columbia? Columbia, you guys know Columbia is known as an Ivy League school. Can somebody tell us what an Ivy League school is? What's the definition of an Ivy League school? Help me out. Eric. Come up here to the front real quick. You gotta come to the front, guys, if you're gonna speak. Eric adopted a son.
But so an Ivy League school is gonna be your top rated school either in your state. But yeah, so Ivy League school is gonna be a top rated school either in your state or in your country. And yeah, so it's gonna be one of those schools that, like, I'm gonna say, has a lot of funding, have top rated curriculum and stuff like that. So yeah. And what? Oh yeah, and they're very, very expensive. Lots of money to run.
So some of the I'm not trying to discredit any other schools at all, especially HBCUs, but some of your top minds in the country come from Ivy League schools. You got Harvard, Princeton, what else? Dartmouth, Penn, Brown. Ivy League schools, major. When you show a diploma from an Ivy League school, your credibility shoots up. It's hard. It's hard to get in, and even harder to get out with a degree. We wanted to bring you guys here because if you can see, when we came up, this would be considered in the hood. If you ever thought of, when I thought of Ivy League schools, whether it be Princeton and all, I'm thinking a big old campus, maybe out in the middle of nowhere, we're kind of like an environment by ourselves. This is really in the hood. We go 4 blocks up, we got bodegas, we got tenement buildings. So the message that I think you guys should get from this is, it don't matter where you at.
That's it, that's it.
It don't matter where you are. It's where you want to go.
That's it.
And that's one thing we want you guys to know. Don't take this trip for 5 days and go back to Indy being the same person. That means you wasted your time. Like some of y'all that's not listening to me right now. Y'all too busy putting on lip gloss or doing whatever. That's not cool, but I'm gonna rock with you. We always talk about it in our program. If we got 45 kids on this trip and one of y'all one of y'all has a change of mindset about the direction of your life, we're winning. We won. One of y'all. Because we can't care more about you than you care about yourself. We can't do that. So we're not going to chastise you for not paying attention at all. We would hope that you guys respect what we're doing. But we wanted you to know you could be whatever you damn want to be. And we want you to, at least from this trip, just know where you want to go. Know where you want to go. Don't just go back to Indy living for the day. Know where you want to go. Know that now, you know it's not just all about Indianapolis. This world is big. You might not ever live in New York. You might not ever live in Philly. No. Damn, I could get out of here. I could get out of here. Like, this is real. And by us connecting with Philly and New York, you now have resources. We're going to create our own fraternity.
That's it.
We're going to create our own sorority and connect with people out here, so you guys got those connections. So I hope that you're posting on your Instagram stories or your Facebook what we've been doing. Balance some of that other stuff out with what we've been doing. This is epic. We've been on an epic trip. Alan, you want to say something real quick?
Two things. One is, don't let expenses or cost make you think you can't do this.
Yes.
All right? If you get into Harvard, Harvard will guarantee you leave with your degree and no debt, no matter how much you have or don't have. Harvard is wealthy. So does, and a lot of these Ivy League schools have these huge endowments, and they would be for you. The government also has lots of grants. People talk about loans, but there's a lot of grants. That's money you don't have to pay back. So don't think that money is going to keep you from here. And related to that, how many of you would like to win the lottery for just $250,000?
Me too.
Yeah, right. If you get a 4-year full ride scholarship, you just won the lottery.
Absolutely.
Right? And that your chances of getting that are way better than winning the lottery. In fact, if you work and work, you're going to get it, right? So it's like winning the lottery. And if you came here or any other Ivy League school, it's like being on the on-ramp to the freeway of your life, right? It's going to put you right up where you need to be. And then you can go anywhere. That's all.
That's good stuff.
Thanks, Alan.
Yeah.
Somebody give us some facts about Columbia. Come on up to the front. Come on up to the front. Give us some facts about Columbia University.
You can hold the mic now. You can put the mic down.
All right, so one fact about Columbia.
Stay with your chest, baby. Stay
All right,
with your
one
chest.
fact about Columbia is they played the second football game ever against Rutgers in 1870. All right, anybody else who want to go next? All right, you can go ahead.
Let a young lady go.
Barack Obama went here, and Langston Hughes is a author, poet.
Barack Obama went to Columbia?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
How'd you find that out, Rakai? Research? Okay. So I was going to set up.
Columbia was the first North America site.
Speak up, speak up.
Columbia was the first North America site where the uranium atom was split. Smart, man.
The uranium atom was built.
Columbia University is the second largest.
Corey.
Hey, wait a minute.
You gotta talk to them. Turn. Yeah. You gotta talk really loud. Really loud.
Columbia University is the second largest landowner in New York City after the Catholic Church.
Speak up, Corey. Speak up. Say it again. Speak up.
Columbia University is the second largest landowner in New York City after the Catholic Church.
Good job. Good job.
Columbia University is the oldest institute in New York.
So you reading your own facts.
Go behind. Okay, go behind.
With the Lord.
It's the fifth largest in the U.S.
Did y'all hear what she said? It's the fifth largest university in the United States.
The fifth largest university in the United States?
Yeah.
Fifth largest.
Wow.
Talk really loud.
Degrees out here. Take that hoodie off, man.
Uh,
Take the hoodie off,
Take the
man.
hoodie
On the
off.
documentary, man. Take the hoodie
Talk really loud.
Columbia was used as a British military hospital.
off. Talk to them. Say it again.
Columbia was used as a British military hospital.
Well, okay, now, why is it important for you to graduate high school? Not go to college. Some people are not going to go to college, and that's fine if you don't take the traditional route for higher education. But I do want to know why it's important for you to graduate high school. Tell them. You don't read that. It's up here.
It's important to graduate college for, you feel me, get your high school, to get your education, you feel me, get your credits. At least if you got a high school diploma, then you can still get jobs and stuff to show that on your record.
Are you going to graduate high school?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You on camera. Say it with your chest. Say it loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna graduate high school.
Yes.
Say absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do your thing. Y'all got the mic.
You gonna say it or am I? Okay,
I want
Columbia.
documentary.
Okay, I'll just say it.
Talk to them. Talk to them.
Columbia University has a 95% graduation rate with 5% acceptance rate. You have to have a 4.12 GPA to even be considered in here. The average
top class.
Yeah, you have to be like top of your class. It says the average cost after aid is $23,000. All of them. Okay. Then it's the MGM Studios lion was inspired by the Colombian mascot, which is a lion, and the school motto is it's in Latin. Sorry, it's like in lumen tu vivimus lumen, and it translates to in your light we see the light, in reference to. So it's in Latin, so it may not be perfect, but it's in lumen tu vivimus lumen, and it translates to in your light we see the light, in reference to Didi's light.
Y'all talk louder than this on the bus. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
What does it mean that it's a 5% acceptance rate, 95% graduation? What does that mean?
Not 5% acceptance rate. Like not everybody's gonna, even if you apply, not everybody's gonna be like accepted. But say like when we went to Temple the other day, and it's like what the ratio is like 13-1, if I'm not mistaken. It's like they push you to strive for your best. It's just what I'm going with. Like when you go here, you gonna do what you gotta do, and the teachers will help you, and like the community, and you'll have like that support system to help you graduate. I guess.
No doubt. You're right after Eric. Good to see y'all lining up. I gotta talk loud, guys. You gotta talk loud.
Hollywood has filmed a lot of very big movies here. Like Spider-Man was one of the big ones that they filmed here.
Support each other, y'all.
Talk really loud. Talk really loud.
Columbia was the first school in the U.S. to grant the MD degree, and also the Paralyzer Prince is administered annual by Columbia.
Hey, wait a minute. Pulitzer Prize. Pulitzer Prize.
I don't know. I don't know.
Anybody know what an MD degree is?
It's Pulitzer Prize. Medical degree.
Medical. Yes. Medical degree. Yes.
Oh, somebody have a question for him? What school do you want to go to, man? Tell everybody what school you want to go to. Put your pants up, man.
Oh, my bad.
What school have you been telling everybody you want to go to?
The school that I'm going to is UCLA in California. University of California.
Speaking into existence.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. How you gonna get to UCLA from Indianapolis, Indiana? Now, what do you need to do?
I'm gonna get my scholarship. I'm gonna get a scholarship for playing sports. I'm gonna start football back up, or if not, I'm gonna just work very hard and proceed in what I want to do in life, like engineering and stuff like that.
Now, what we ask you now to do, one thing that we see when we take a lot of these trips, and one common thread that we see every trip we take is kids trying to fit in to a mold that they're not built for. Instead of being your own, we see a few people on this trip that no matter who you're around, you have been yourself. We respect that. We love that. The majority You guys are trying to fit into some place that you're not. And it's normally something inappropriate or negative going on, and that's not really you. And what we don't like is when you're on the bus or you're talking about something you're not supposed to be talking about, inappropriate, and you're loud as I don't know what. But when you're talking about your life, your future, and they ask you to speak it into existence, you get real quiet.
Yeah.
You got to be able to applaud yourself and speak that into existence before anybody else, guys. You got to love yourself more than anybody can love you first. So when you come up, you're representing you. Speak up. Talk loud. Next. We lining up, because we're going to get out of here. We only got about 10 more minutes here. Who's next? You're going to want to be on this documentary. Trust me.
Columbia is the only school to have 2 graduates in the Baseball Hall of Fame, Lloyd Gehrig and Eddie Collins.
We can't hear because everybody's talking.
Let's do that again. If everybody can just please be quiet for me real quick. Everybody has an individual time to talk. I know everybody wants to have a sidebar, but just hold out for me, all right? Go ahead from the top.
Columbia is the only school to have 2 graduates in the Baseball Hall of Fame, Lloyd Gehrig and Eddie Collins.
Mr. Kareem, Tierra wants to talk.
Please. Can you bring the mic up to her? Can somebody bring the mic to Tierra, please?
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jade again, and the fact that I found was the first graduate class only had 5 students.
Wow.
You okay? I'm gonna switch. You don't have to hold up the microphone. I gotta switch on it. I switched it over to regular.
Columbia University was funded in 1754 as King's College by Royal Charter of the
King Charles.
Huh?
There you go. Can you see it?
Tierra, Tierra, speak up, girl. Put some energy in it.
Columbia University was founded in 1754 as King's College by Royal Charter of King George.
Okay, all right.
5 more minutes. Got 5 more minutes, and we out of here.
Talk loud.
Columbia University was originally called King's College, was the 5th of 9 colleges in the American College.
The Columbia Queer Alliance, founded in 1967, is the oldest.
Hold on a second. Guys, please, I know it's so easy to have a sidebar conversation, but we're really trying to pick them up.
The Columbia Queer Alliance, founded in 1967, is the oldest gay student organization in the world. Columbia UTS's license failed to generate. We're done.
Okay, this good.
Good job, ladies. Good job.
Watch your foot there, John.
A famous tradition with freshmen is during orientation, they must exit Learner Hall through its back doors and enter through the main gate to be introduced as Columbians for the first time.
All right.
Columbia College didn't admit women until 1983.
Could you say that one again? A little loud again? I didn't hear that. That's important.
Don't be so fast.
I did it. Okay. Columbia College didn't admit women until 1983.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
Columbia College did not admit women until 1983. Ms. Beyonce, you want to go up? Ms. Beyonce's going to close us out. She used to go to Columbia. So she's going to go ahead and close us out and give us a testimony. And then we out of here. Good, great patience.
Ain't too many of us win here.
Yeah, I just want to say welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to see you. I'm so proud of Kareem. We grew up together as teenagers in Harlem when it was a crack cocaine epidemic. It was very dangerous at that time. And look where Kareem is, and look where he's taking you. I want to give a round of applause to Kareem, his whole family of Network, his wife, all the adults, and to yourselves. All of you are beautiful. I'm excited to have you here, and we look forward to more excitement later on. I just want to share with you, I did attend Columbia University. I got my master's degree in urban planning, and I focused on housing development. And I'm sharing that with you because, you know, growing up, actually being born in Washington Heights, and then growing up in Harlem, doing a really tough time when there was a lot of violence, there was a lot of shootings like it's going on today, there was a lot of drug activity. You, just like I did, just like Kareem did, and many other people you'll see later today, you can do anything that you set your mind to. Both of us trained up in the Harlem YMCA under Kushinda Lamar Thornton. We took martial arts. The martial arts helped keep us off the street. It kept us off the street. The martial arts kept us disciplined. The martial arts helps you focus in school. Really, any sport and any art form keeps you focused. And our instructor also focused on giving back to the community. So this is what this is all about. And again, I focus on urban planning and housing development because I wanted to know how me, as a person of color, a woman, how can I get involved in making better decisions about our communities? When I was in Harlem and I attended a lot of community events, there was a lot of construction, there's a lot of housing development going on in every other neighborhood except for Harlem. When people made community presentations about new projects, I didn't see myself up there in those presentations. I didn't see any people of color. So I wanted to know, how can I get involved beyond community organizing, beyond activism? So I took housing development, and today I'm the director of the Manhattan Planning Division at the New York City Housing Preservation and Development. And part of my responsibility is to develop housing, community facility space, retail space with for-profit developers, non-profit developers, faith-based institutions on vacant city-owned land or city-owned land and privately owned land. So I do have a say today in what happens throughout the borough of Manhattan. It's a lot of work, it's hard work, it's basically real estate development. But what I'm here to tell you and to show you is that if I can do it, so can you. I want to see for some hands, does anybody know what college, have you thought about some colleges that you do want to attend? Just call it out. Hampton University? Yes. Winston-Salem State? Kentucky State University, go ahead.
Delphi College. UCLA.
Yes, UCLA, Adelphi College. Notre Dame. I'll take a few more. Stanford University. Morehouse. Prairie View A&M. MIT. Just two more. FAMU. Yes, young man in the back. Huh? TCU, which stands for?
Texas Christian University. Texas Christian University.
Texas Christian University. So I want to also say, excellent. Thank you for sharing your goals. I support, commend all of you. Wherever you want to go in life, you can do it. We all did it, and you can too. I did go to A&T State University. It's an HBCU, historic black college and university in undergrad. I majored in business management and minored in construction management. Again, my goal was to actually affect positive change to the physical environment. I went to that's in North Carolina, in Greensboro, near Winston-Salem. Someone mentioned Winston-Salem. It was a wonderful experience for me. Going to a HBCU may not be your journey, but it was mine at the time. It was the best decision I made. I will share with you that I went to another university initially and did not do well at all. I went to PWI, which is a predominantly white institution. I didn't do well. Doesn't mean that you won't do well, but that wasn't my calling. When I went to A&T, I flourished. It was a wonderful environment, it was a supportive environment, and it gave me all the tools that I needed to succeed when I went to a predominantly white institution, such as Columbia University, which is an Ivy League. So whatever your spirit calls you, wherever you want to major, and that school has your major, your focus, and also, you know, school is about networking. Make that decision for yourself along with your parents and your larger network. I had a wonderful time at my HBCU, and I had a wonderful time, got great experiences here. There's also, I would say, a black alumni council here that's very active. So at Columbia University, you have many groups, and you know, networking is really critical in college. It's not just about your academics, which is critical, but you also make lifelong networks. So in addition to President Obama, who attended here, we also had Eric Holder, who's a former United States Attorney General, and there's so many more prominent African-American people of color who attended here and are successful. So I'm going to wrap up, as my dojo brother gave me the let's wrap it up, because as you can see, I can talk a little bit too much. But I'm so excited that you're here. I'm always a resource behind the scenes. My dojo brother knows how to contact me at any time. If you ever want to talk to me personally, I'm here for you, and I really support you. You're all beautiful, and I'm really excited for your future. You're in a good start. You're in a wonderful place, and God bless you.